Hey, what's going on? My name is Michael, and in this video, I want to tell you my favorite features of the Apple Watch and why this is one of my favorite pieces of technology that I use every single day. So let's jump over to my desk where it's a little bit more comfortable for me to hold up my arm and show you all the features. Let's jump in right now. So my first favorite feature is the ability to ping your iPhone. So if you lose your iPhone, your watch is able to find it. If you swipe into Control Center, this ping icon right here, if you tap it, it'll emit a sound from your iPhone speaker like this. Now, a feature that used to be present in the Apple Watch, but for some reason it isn't, is Apple used to let you press and hold the button, and that would trigger the flash on your iPhone. So if you lost your iPhone in a dark room, you could find it a lot easier with the flash. But for some reason, Apple took that feature out, but it's still really convenient to have the option to ping your iPhone right from your Apple Watch if you lose it somewhere nearby. And my next favorite feature is Apple Pay. So when I bought my dad his Apple Watch, this is his number one favorite feature, and I swear this is the only reason he wears his watch. It's because of Apple Pay. So a double click of the side button, you can hold your Apple Watch near the payment terminal and you can pay for stuff very quickly. This is even faster than using your iPhone because the Apple Watch, once you put it on and enter your passcode, it's already authenticated on your wrist, so you don't need to scan your finger or use Face ID or anything. All you have to do is double click the side button, hold it near the payment terminal, and it's as easy as that. So next up are the health and fitness capabilities of the Apple Watch. So with closing your rings, it really gives you a visual motivator, and it just kind of motivates you to get off the couch and move a little bit more. So the blue ring tells you how much you've stood for the entire day. So I think I've stood 10 out of 12 hours. The green ring is your exercise minutes, and the red ring is how much you have just moved generally throughout the day. So the Apple Watch is a huge motivator, and I have actually lost a lot of weight over the last year just thanks to my Apple Watch motivating me on my wrist every single day, just telling me to get off my butt and move a little bit more. The Apple Watch, in my opinion, is the gold standard for fitness tracking in the industry right now. It has one of the most accurate heart rate monitors, and in terms of calorie burn for the workouts, it is very accurate. So next up is Maps. This is a really cool one. If you're wearing your Apple Watch when you're driving and getting maps from your iPhone, your Apple Watch can give you haptic feedback based on which turn you have to make. And the haptic feedback is different for a left turn versus a right turn. So you could, in theory, have your iPhone turned off, put in your pocket or somewhere, and just rely on the haptics of your Apple Watch to tell you when to turn left or right. And it's really cool because it also works when you're doing walking directions as well. So if you're walking through a new city and you don't want to be looking at your phone for directions, you can just have this little invisible guide always sitting on your wrist using haptics to tell you when to turn left and right. It's really cool. So next up is the camera remote. So this is probably one of the best demo features of the Apple Watch, just to show off how capable this thing is. So this is actually a live view here of what my iPhone is seeing. You can see me here filming the video. It's kind of videoception. This is the ultra wide angle camera. You can also use the digital crown to zoom in and access the other lenses on your iPhone right there. It's a little bit laggy, but that's to be expected over Bluetooth. When you hit the shutter button, there is a 3-second timer, and you also have an option here where you can switch between the front camera and the rear camera, and you can also control other features such as the flash also. So this is a pretty cool feature for the Apple Watch, and I use it all the time. So next is just the fact that it's a guardian for your health. So the Apple Watch can detect your heart rate in the background and let you know if your heart rate is abnormally high or abnormally low. It also tracks your resting heart rate even when you're sleeping. And also, it can detect falls with emergency SOS. So if you fall down and your Apple Watch detects that you're immobile for more than 60 seconds, it'll automatically call emergency services for you. And also, if you want to call emergency services before the 60 seconds, you can press and hold the side button and keep holding it, or just swipe emergency SOS. So this is pretty cool. It's awesome to know that something attached to your wrist can always help you out in case of an emergency. It's really, really convenient. And this is probably one of the best features of the Apple Watch. It's not the most flashy feature, but I am really glad it exists. So next up is the alarm clock. Now this is probably the best way that you can wake up in the morning. If you wear your Apple Watch to sleep and you have an alarm set, in my opinion, this is the most relaxing way to wake up in the morning, especially if you have your watch in silent mode like I do here. When the Apple Watch alarm goes off, it'll very subtly tap you on the wrist and wake you up very slowly. It's really nice, and it's probably the best way that you can wake up in the morning. I really don't like waking up to audible alarms, so just having my watch subtly tap me awake is probably the most relaxing thing in the morning when I'm really tired. So next up are the cellular capabilities of the Apple Watch. Now, not every Apple Watch has cellular, but if you do buy the option with cellular and pay the monthly plan, it is definitely worth it if you are out of the house a lot without your iPhone. So I go to the gym without my iPhone quite a bit, and cellular comes in handy every single day for me. So you can see here's this cellular icon. You can tell if you're connected right here via Control Center. And it's really convenient because you can make phone calls, you can place text messages, and probably my favorite feature is when I'm at the gym, I connect my Bluetooth headphones to my Apple Watch, and then I use cellular to stream Apple Music. So this does kill my battery life pretty darn fast, by the way, but it is a really, really cool feature, and I use it every single day I go to the gym. And lastly, but certainly not least, is sleep tracking. So every single day when I go to bed, I swipe up to Control Center, I tap the focus mode, and I turn on sleep mode. And then my Apple Watch starts tracking my sleep as soon as it thinks I fall asleep. And then you can open the sleep app to see how well you did. And then if you scroll down, it'll tell you how much sleep you got compared to the last week. This is pretty darn cool, and if you open the health app on your iPhone, it can also tell you your heart rate during sleep, your respiratory rate during sleep. Like I said previously in this video, this is like a little guardian for your health right on your wrist, and it's pretty cool that it tracks all those metrics, even blood oxygen levels when you're sleeping. So if you turn on sleep tracking, it's going to be getting all those metrics in the background right from your wrist as you're asleep. So those are just some of my favorite features of the Apple Watch, and I'm just gonna come out and say it, this is my favorite piece of technology. I love this thing 10 times more than I love my iPhone, especially over the last year with my health and fitness journey, wearing my Apple Watch on my wrist day and night for the last whole year. I've just fallen in love with this piece of technology, and I really think this is the future. I can't wait to see what Apple does with the Apple Watch, let's say 5-10 years down the road from now. It's just gonna be insane. So I do have a whole bunch of other features I love with the Apple Watch. If you guys want to see another video, make sure to drop a like and tell me in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Michael, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.